Channel 31 wishes to advise viewers that our next program is classified MA and contains adult themes. Repeating, our next program is classified for mature adults.
Is proudly sponsored by DT's Hotel, where every colour of the rainbow drinks. Corner of Hyatt and Church Streets, Richmond.
Welcome to SQUEAL on Bent TV. Of course, we have to clap ourselves along because our studio audience is down to about 4 at the moment. So if you'd like to come in and watch, come in any Monday. Just log in. I dare you to. We've got a huge show today, a very, very huge one on this lovely Monday night. Wasn't the Logies fantastic last night? I can't wait for everything to come out. I was actually juiced up seeing some of those beautiful girls. I mean, Graham Squires, he's just so sexy. Anyway, on the show today, of course, we have the lovely Troy Ware. Put your hands together for Troy.
Hello, Troy. Thank you, Tabatha.
Gorgeous, Troy. Sparkly, darkling, all the way around.
Be kind.
I'm a kind girl. Wait for me to get warmed up. So the lovely Michael King. Put your hands together for Michael. The lovely Rocket down on the end.
Yay!
Is it Rocket for Rocket, or are you saying Rocket for Tasmania now?
Yeah, Rocket for Hobart, Tasmania.
Yeah, because you would, because it's lovely down there. And also on Peter O'Grady's now. Lovely, Peter, to have you here.
Thank you, Tabatha. Hello.
You been to Tasmania?
No.
On the news desk, of course, someone who's very, very beautiful. She just each week blossoms into a more stunning creature, like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. Please make her welcome the lovely Miss Sue Reed. And you'll have lots of news items throughout the show, Susan?
I've got a bit of stuff here, yes.
You will. Yeah. Well, enough from you from now. I want to say some quick hellos, of course, with Savannah and Peter. Of course, they met. Hi. Sue wasn't doing the mime just then. Savannah and Peter, a big hi to you. Of course, you ran into our producer at some suburban little brown outlet. So a big hi to you. And Kalopaska to all the Greek community. They had Easter, of course, on the weekend. So happy Easter to all our Greek viewers, boys, girls, mums and dads.
Is that when they died for the cross?
Ex-lovers.
Is that when they died for the cross off the St.
They've done that. That was about 2 months ago.
Oh, really? That's part of Easter?
40 or something, and they jump in and catch it. And the boy who won it, always buy Greek newspapers with this big Greek thing. You can't read them, but still, the pictures are sensational.
Lovely pictures.
We're starting. I must stop. We've also got on today, It's My World. We've got the boys from that shop, of course, Brett and Rick and Tim from the Werribee Zoo. News items now, please, with Peter.
Yeah, well, you probably noticed that the injecting rooms are in a bit of trouble again.
Bang, bang.
The independents don't want it. They're saying no.
Yeah, but I think once the Liberals and the Country Party gang up in the Senate, in our upper house here in Victoria, there's no way it'll get through.
Maybe if they had a child who actually was addicted to heroin, they might change their mind, or a relative, and perhaps that would help.
Some sort of get the cutesy angle. Because they all think that, by having these injecting rooms, they're actually saying, we love your lifestyle, that's great, but it's not that. They don't get it.
Did you notice there was actually a survey came out from Sweden where they had injecting rooms for a few years now, and they were saying, physical, car break-ins, house break-ins, all of that's actually reduced. And yet John Howard stands up on camera and says, there's no study that says that there'll be any assistance. And
maybe they should. Probably not, Tabatha.
Allegedly, Tabatha. Allegedly.
But also, they've got some program where they interviewed actual junkies on the street, and they actually all said 80% or 84, 90...
Something like 92%.
A lot of them, anyway. They said they would actually go and use it, and they'd stop the litter and everything. And maybe like kindergartens and stuff when they throw the needles over the fence.
I work in childcare centres, and every morning we have to like comb the front yards, check it for syringes.
Getting rid of it, it's revolting.
Well, where I live, it's like there is not one week where I will not go and see a syringe in the gutter near the front of my house. And I just think, you know, that's no wonder it's like not a family sort of suburb, because why would you want to bring kids up?
Well, get it off the beaches, get it out of the street.
And also, like, if they're going to be shooting up anyway, let them do it somewhere where it's controlled.
Well, that was another thing they said in the survey, that not one person who had actually died of an overdose who used an injecting room. So
and then they're on hand to help them if they need to.
Exactly. Anyway, I got a bit serious.
Oh, did you hear about, actually, quickly, did you hear about all these people who went to the aquarium and they think between the 14th and 16th of April?
Yes,
Legionnaire's disease. Well, one of the top Liberals from... The Liberals had their party launch there on the 4th, 15th. And there was something like 700 Liberal Party members.
Oh, one of them's got to go down.
Well, this guy in Perth, the senior Liberal guy, is in hospital now, so...
Well, there you go.
And the workers have just walked off the job Friday, because they were not going back, you know, why should we?
What do they do at the aquarium? Is it an aquarium? Is there fish there?
Yeah. Opposite the casino.
Oh, so why would they have a launch there? Well, they probably, you know.
Well, it's just one of those, you know, fancy schmancy.
Why can't they cure this Legionnaires thing?
I know, it's everywhere. It's a bit scary.
I mean, the place was only built how long ago, and they've got it in the air conditioning.
I think it's pulled the air conditioning out if it's suspect.
They have to clean it all and do all that.
I think they have cleaned it though, and they've...
It's the safest place in the city now, they say.
It's disgusting. Miss Rocket, my darling, have you got some news, sweetheart?
Yes, we have a bit of Hollywood news.
Fantastic. Glitz and glamour.
Sharon Stone and Ellen DeGeneres are making a movie, are both in a comedy called 2000, and it should come out in next year in June here. It's actually a comedy about lesbian parenthood, and it's written and directed by Anne Heche. Heche.
Now, Rocket, is a lesbian a girl who finds herself unattractive and can't get a boyfriend, so she becomes a lesbian? Or is a lesbian because she actually likes other women? Just for your mother, this is Sorry, this is for you, Mrs. Rocket. Give it to us, sweetheart.
No, I've always been a lesbian. Just when I was 4, I used to look at girls and go, oh, I really want to marry her. I really want her in bed with me. I was only 4.
At 4?
Yeah, 4.
You're into Barbie, like really into Barbie?
No, not Barbie. Ordinary, blossoming, blooming, full bloom women in their 37s, you know.
All right. I'm getting quite wet now. We'll quickly pass over to Sue Ridge on the news desk. Thanks, Susan. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you very much, Tabatha. Rocky.
That wasn't Rocky, that was my news thing. I have some fantastic news here. I've got a guy in London, 45-year-old, having a 45-minute bath and his house is burning down around him. His mother burst in to say that the house is on fire.
You know that's happened to someone we know, don't you?
What's that?
They fell asleep in the bath.
That wasn't me.
No.
And yeah, he said, I thought I could smell something burning, but I thought it was the Easter bonfire next door. So that was very exciting.
God.
And I do have one here for you, actually, love. Flogging.
Flogging?
As in what?
Now, Tabby's been flogging herself for years. But there's a couple of people here in Saudi Arabia that have got 2,000 lashes and 5 years imprisonment for doing dirty things together.
Just flogging themselves or flogging each other?
Yes.
No, they've been flogged for doing it.
Well, what were they flogged?
Yeah, but it said it starts off flogging. I think, you know, you've been the best flogger around here for
Well,
a long
I
time,
wouldn't
right?
mind giving myself 200 flogs if for a crime.
What do they call it when you do it to
2,000
yourself?
flogs, right?
Self-flagellation.
Self-flagellation.
Not fluctuation.
That's a whole different kettle of fish.
No, I want to save that one for later.
Okay.
And of course, I do have the fantastic Marilyn's best kept secrets about the guy who kept her inner bra things, pads. For like
nuffies.
Nuffies. We'll call them nuffies, okay? We'll call them nuffies. For like 39 years or something like that.
How long?
39 years.
I didn't rush away.
37 years. Oh, you'd imagine that, wouldn't you?
What's he going to do with them?
Well, he's actually sold them for $10,000.
Oh.
So there you go.
Tabatha, hang on. Yes, hang on.
There's a bit of money in these, like. Hang on to these for 40 years, that'd be lovely.
Oh, there's a close-up for you, viewers at home.
I'll give you $1, Sue.
I'll give you $1.50. Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, Tabatha T.
I now love, we've got some great footage for you, so, my God, there's just mentalness. There's a poltergeist in here today that's driving me insane. So we're going to check out the footage, and I think it's from DT's, actually, and it's the gorgeous Miss Michelle Tozer. close its eyes and ears. Let's check her out.
Lovely.
Down to the monitor, just down there.
That's
Any time now.
miraculously calm.
Whenever you're ready, sweetheart. Oh, put your hands lovely. Michelle Tozer, DT, boots are made for walking. Jerry Halliwell, of course, thank you very much. It was sensational. Troy, my darling.
Well, everyone that sort of watched Show and See Me, they know that I cannot go without having some Madonna reference. So this week, my Madonna reference is about the new baby. Now, the rumours are it's a boy. So, I mean, a bit excited about that. But, you know, she's, like, toned herself down quite a bit now. She's sort of, like, becoming the mother and the homebody. And, yeah.
It's a new look.
I hope she gets over that phase. But no, I hope
her
not.
next video clip will just be just as shocking as
Well, we
anything
can hope
she's
so,
ever
because I
done.
like it when she's controversial. It's
Yeah.
more exciting.
She showed her bum crack. I thought that was lovely.
Well,
Did she
yeah,
show a
she
bum
did.
crack?
And the
Oh,
Young
in the
American
video.
Pie
Well, she's
film
making
clip.
it 20 for those over 50 men who do it every day.
But you know what I'm really disappointed about is, like, I'm very happy for her to be pregnant again, because we know it's what she wants. But she was her baby's due in September. She was due to tour Australia in September.
Oh.
Now, I personally don't mind if she comes and has birth on stage. I'm more than willing to sit there. And
What a story about zebras they could tell later.
yeah,
While she's doing hanky-panky.
I don't want to cry.
that's fine.
Well, that was great then. Woo! Bye. Yeah, that's great. I don't know what. Yeah, hi. My name's Tabatha Turlington. I'm absolutely beautiful. What are you saying to me? We're going. Bye.
Come back
There you
soon.
are. Cup of tea.
Don't leave me this way. Oh, baby, my heart is full of love and desire for you. So come on now and do what you gotta do. You started this fire down in my soul. Mother's breaking, artists taking over.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, of course, to Squeal on Bent TV. Lovely Channel 31 around Melbourne, and if you've got Optus around Australia, except for one state because they're retarded. Now, of course, in this segment we have got the very, very fantastic, the lovely Tim from the Werribee
Zoo.
Waveless football. The Werribee. Sorry, he's getting me all juiced up. That happens to me a lot. You're the PR manager.
I am.
Put your hands together for us in the Werribee team. Tim Brett. Now, Tim, what I want to know, what's your job as PR manager there for the zoo? Do you have to get out there with the animals and talk to
I
them?
do a little bit,
You
no,
know,
but-
make them act up when people are there? What do you do?
Yeah, sometimes we have to make them act up if we've got TV people out there that are shooting something or whatever. Yeah, we might need to get them doing something.
How do you do that?
Animals spend a lot of...
Electric prop.
Is it a swift up the bum when no one's looking?
No, nothing like that, unfortunately. No, we usually food. I mean,
Steroids and food.
most animals will respond to their favourite food pretty quickly.
Bit like people, really.
Sue, we just
Indeed.
went on the same. Before the news, we always hang a chocolate bar above our head.
So what sort of animals are at the the zoo?
Okay, we're an open range zoo, so we specialise mainly in big animals, so rhinoceros, giraffe, Nile hippopotamus, they're the big hippos, the ones that bite people in half.
Kill people on honeymoon.
They're the most dangerous animal in Africa, or one of the most dangerous. They kill more people than, say, lions in Africa.
What is it about the hippos? Is it just their sheer size? Or?
Yeah, highly territorial animal.
Strength, isn't it?
And because of the water, they hang around the water. Native people need to get water. Go down to fill up their containers. Suddenly, bang! Hippo says, "Well, I don't like you being here."
So they want to eat them. They just want to protect
they're
their
herbivorous
territory.
animals. Actually, they don't eat meat, but they just protect their territory and their young.
Wow. So people go to looking for crocodiles, but they should be looking for hippos instead.
Indeed.
I actually watched Tabatha's favourite channel was the Discovery Channel, and
I love that.
not even a croc or an alligator will attack a baby hippo. And in fact, I watched this baby hippo playing in amongst the alligators going, like, I dare you to touch me. And
Because Mum will kill you.
Yeah.
Mum knows where
Have you ever had any animals attack people visiting the zoo? I know you probably don't want to talk about that because encouraging people to
we've
the
had,
Werribee Zoo.
there have been times when they've, say, cornered the bus. We've had buses sort of taking people through, and the rhinos will sort of follow the bus, and the driver will end up sort of in a corner of the enclosure and think, well, shit, what do I do now? Because there'll be two rhinos blocking the bus.
Oh, I love it.
And the people,
there's
the
a bus
visitors
now.
love that. They really enjoy getting close. We put people close to big animals. You know, for example, a giraffe.
Those buses reinforced.
They are, but generally we don't have any problems. I mean, the animals are so accustomed to those buses coming through and the noise. I mean, you can imagine the noise that, say, 60-odd school kids in one of those buses will generate.
I wouldn't blame the animals for going this way.
So basically it works that all the animals roam a field
Indeed.
together, all mixed in. So it's not like a zoo where they're all in different cages.
Some of the animals are kept separate. We've got cheetah and we have to keep them separate, otherwise they'd probably eat half of the other animals. But yeah,
Regardless of how well you
we
feed
specialise in those mixed species exhibits. So you can see rhino, giraffe, about 40-odd zebra, 30-odd eland all together, as though you'd see them if you went for a drive through the savannah of Africa.
You don't get out and pat them, you just drive.
No, you don't get out and pat them, although you can get... I mean, giraffes sometimes lick the windows of the buses and stuff. So you can get close. Yeah,
They're funny to watch mating. Have you seen a giraffe?
I haven't actually.
No,
It's quite funny. Because they're so tall, it looks awkward. But like the leg goes up and then he goes in. It's quite camp. I saw that at the zoo one day.
Do any
Not
of
the
the
Werribee one.
do any of the animals cross into mate like two different sort of animals?
Like dogs do.
That's a good question. They don't, but sometimes they can. I mean, many of the species of antelope, I don't know how many species of antelope, but there are a lot.
84.
Some of them actually crossbreed, but they produce offspring that aren't fertile, so they don't actually produce new species or subspecies, so to speak, but they can crossbreed. And
Like
that
an
often,
ass.
yeah.
Which is a cross between a donkey and a horse is an ass, and an ass can't breed.
That's right.
I like donkeys because they're not big, are they?
No.
I was kicked off a horse and I hate them.
Okay.
It's true. When are you open?
Every day of the
7
year.
days a week?
Yeah, we're open every day of the year. I mean, our animals need care every day of the year, so there are staff there every day, so therefore we open every day.
Is there a volunteer program like for youngsters?
There is a volunteer program. You do, unfortunately, for the youngest of people, you do need to be over 18 purely for insurance reasons. Like a lot of our volunteers do, say revegetation work, and there's potential for you to get injured. So for insurance reasons, you've got to be over 18, but we encourage all the volunteer support we can get down there. We're a small staff, a rather new sort of venue. So yeah, all the support we can get, we certainly appreciate.
A little bit like Ben TV.
That's right.
Would have been nightmare over the school holidays, wouldn't it?
We actually had the biggest Easter we've ever had this last week.
The weather's
we're 64% or something up on last year, and there are people everywhere, which is great because it means we get paid.
Animals stolen from like school children? Because I took kids to the Melbourne Zoo with the school, and one of my kids from my batch, they put a wombat in their school bag.
How'd they do that?
I don't know.
Did you get home with it?
We were halfway back to the school and there's this thing squeaking. I'm going, what's that in there? And he goes, oh, it's a wombat. I kind of wanted it for a pet. I'm like, so we had to go back.
I hope you mark the kid up for his ingenuity. but we haven't had anything like that happen. And our biggest problem is we've got meerkats at the zoo, and their exhibit is next to the restaurant and takeaway venue. So people come out with a thing of chips and he'd like one. So we had about 10 meerkats that were just like little balloons, and they had to go on a special diet because they were just so overweight. So that's our biggest problem, people feeding animals.
We've got a girl like that, she always sits at the food vending machine, Lucy, but that's another thing. She's a Lucy meerkat. Thank you for that, darling. We're going to quickly now trot over to the news desk and find out some more news here with Susie.
Oh, thank you very much, Tabby P.
Right.
Am I over here? Oh, stop it, will you please? Okay, I've got a fantastic cosmetics one here. Cosmetics are worthless.
Are they?
Oh. Yeah.
Thank God we don't use them.
Us natural girls, we don't use that much cosmetics. Apparently there's no difference between the most expensive ones or the cheapest ones except for the packaging. So there's been a big beauty blowout with the some insider who's given out all this information. Promoting a new makeup range and all that? I don't know. Don't use it. I'm a natural woman.
That's right.
I use Victoria's Secret. What's the name? Yeah. Anyway, I start. Now, if you would like to ring in here to Beat TV, can you go close up of that? With my beautiful face over it or behind it?
To Louise.
You can ring on.
Come on, Wrinkles, get on.
Oh, over here, okay. You can ring on 966-35-902, and if you'd like to email, you can email on squeal@qmail.com.au. Thank you very much. Back to you, Tabby.
Thank you, Susan. That was also very informative, Sue. We just love the way you do those sorts of things. Now, of course, we're going to Michael.
To me, well, I just thought you had this article here, Tim. It was about sex videos to stir pandas, and because pandas are kind of very solitary animal, they actually don't like each other very much, and they don't hang around in pairs. They're thinking of putting a video out to try and get them stimulated. Can you believe that? Is this true?
I believe it is. Many captive breeding programs actually require human stimulus. We've actually got zookeepers that have had to masturbate our male rhino to get...
Oh, you're joking. Oh, if you ever need anybody to do that.
So they could take samples to see whether or not he was...
virile.
Oh, my God. And we've tried to breed rhinos for a number of years without success, and it's mainly because rhinos are an animal that like the stimulus of the females will only ovulate if there are other females around. And what people tend to do when they want to breed animals is they pair them up.
Oh, and that's like not all the girls in my office. You know how, no, it's true. You know how when you work somewhere for 6 months and all the girls get in sync? Oh,
they do.
A certain day of the month, just don't go to work, I tell you. Really.
That's true, that's happy.
So yeah, they often look for different ways to get animals to actually reproduce, because in a captive situation, often they're not interested in doing it.
How are they going to? They're going to get the pandas to watch a video though. How's that going to work?
So I don't know how that would work.
I'd probably get home from
Well, I might send you one of my videos and they'll probably stir them along because I'm very enticing. Darling, what have you got there?
Well, that's, what would you call it?
A show bag.
A show bag, yeah. It's been years since I've had a show bag, and we've got Werribee Park show bags here.
Oh. We've actually,
I believe Troy's got
we've actually got those as part of a prize. Now, if you'll remember the debate show we had, Rambling On, well, the new name for it is now Chewing the Fat, and that will be returning for our next season in about 2 weeks' time. Okay, and what we're going to do is we actually want to invite you all to help us with some ideas to topics for us to debate. Preferably gay, lesbian, transgendered, allied sort of topics that we can sort of debate of interest for you. Now, by doing that, we've actually got 3 of these prize packs to put your name in a draw. Now, what actually includes is there's a book, a cup. There's actually a pass for 2 adults to go to the Werribee Range Zoo.
Oh, cool. That's a good prize.
Yeah.
It's worth a lot of money.
Lovely book here, and some bookmarks and bottle openers, a groovy pen, just a whole lot of different bits and pieces.
Bottle opener.
Now, what you have to do is you have to ring up and leave a message on the phone, and I believe we'll have the phone number coming up again for you. And just leave your details.
There's a number there.
And there's a bottle on the show. Okay, it's 96635902. Okay, now make sure you leave your details, speak clearly, your topic, and you'll be put in the draw. So they're great prizes, so give us a hand and we'll have your topic being debated.
Books and fridge magnet and passes and posters and stuff.
There's a pen.
There's a lovely pen.
And a pen and a bottle. That's very lovely. Well, thank you so much, darling. That was just lovely. And if anyone goes down there, they can come and see you and you'll look after them and show them a great time.
Oh, pen. Absolutely.
You can do that, won't you? Yeah. Fan-blooping-tastic. Now, I said that really nicely. Now we can pass to you with your little thought.
Well, I only was. I thought this was really quite sad. Teletubbies have been roped in to sell McDonald's. So they're selling in the United States and Canada. With you know how kids are really, really into this Teletubby stuff. If Teletubbies start promoting places like McDonald's, I mean, what have you got from not letting your child go there? They demand it, and every parent will give in.
But kids do that anyway. Kids just love McDonald's. They think it's heaven. Even if they don't like it, they go
there. Those little things endorsing it. Like even the drag tubbies are starting up soon.
Are they? Fantastic.
Lucy Canny, whatever. It's just disgusting. Thank you very much. And our next segment, of course, we've got the guys from It's My World team. A very, very big thank you, John.
Thank you.
All the way from the Werribee Zoo. Go and make yourself a cuppa and we'll see you shortly. Thanks. Yay!
Good times. Good times. Sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times.
Well, now we're back with tonight's weather for the week. And of course, my name is Blaine. So let's start with Monday. Monday's weather was fine with an overnight minimum of 11. Tuesday, expected top of 20 degrees, so most probably more fine weather. Wednesday, fine, with a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 20. Thursday, a shower or two with a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 18, so I'm not going to get my ass wet. Friday, becoming fine with a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 17. Oh, that didn't make sense. But anyway, stay here for more fun on Squeal. Woohoo! Bye!
Big welcome back, of course, to Squeal on Bent TV, and two very special guests we've got for you tonight are from It's My World, Gertrude Street in Fitzroy, the lovely Brett and Rick. Make them welcome to the table. Boys and girls. Now, of course, you can also see like they'll scatter around throughout the little interviewette. Some gorgeous photos that were taken. They were done apart like a bit of a... What would you call it? You called it a...
Well, it was an exhibition called The Legends of Drag. Yeah, so all the legends.
Was it hard to pick who you're going to have in...
It was actually very hard, and those that weren't chosen obviously got a little bit jealous.
I heard, a lot of girls did get a bit shitty when they were not included.
But you know, we sort of thought, well, what do you call a legend? I mean, a legend could be anybody. So.
Who's that gorgeous blonde? Oh my
Miss
God!
Tabatha Turlington, yes. And of course, we have Deborah Gay. Oh no, sorry, Carrie McGraw, I'm blind there. So.
Watching.
So who organised this, the whole thing, the concept and the exhibition?
Well, I think it just sort of evolved. We're always looking for things to promote the shop. We've got a very good friend, Tim Marcus, who was a photographer, who has his own studio.
And a very attractive, I might say, too.
He is, but unfortunately he's married to a nice lady. But
a girl from China.
So I suppose we were looking for something to promote the shop, promote the drag scene, and also there's not a pictorial of drag history in Melbourne. People have photographs going back to the days of lay girls, but they're in someone's bottom drawer somewhere, hidden away. And hopefully at the end of the day, what we would like to do is donate these to the Gay and Lesbian Archives when there's a fitting place for them to be displayed.
Now, this was done for part of the Midsummer Festival, wasn't it?
That's correct, yeah. Yep.
And was it a good response to it all?
The feedback that we had from Midsummer was actually quite phenomenal. They said that it was one of the more popular events. Wow. A lot of people actually went through the Richmond Town Hall and viewed these.
Where their opening was, like.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So stayed there for the week. Yeah, and that was quite interesting too. I mean, we had that photo of Tara Wells. She was naked with her pierced.
Oh, penis!
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, we had to cover that up.
A lot of the councillors who were coming into the Richmond Town Hall thought it could have been a bit offensive. So we had this nice little strip of gold ribbon.
A very long strip. Tara's watching with a huge strip.
Tara, huge, absolutely huge. But apparently most of the councillors and the people that actually went and viewed the photos actually had a bit of a peek. So how offensive could it really have been?
I'll also on Tara's behalf, it is absolutely huge, Tara, for everybody who's interested in knowing. Do they consider you've got them on display now at the shop?
Yeah, we have them on display at the shop. We take them down from back up every now and then. But I mean, I think the best thing about the photographs is it's a history of drag. I mean, you do so much in the community, and a lot of these drag queens get lost over years. They stop performing, and there's no photos of them. So now, the next 10 or 12 years, and this big collection, hopefully we'll keep on going every year, add to our collection, this big collection of drag.
Yeah, we're looking to make it a yearly event where we've started with the Legends of Drag, but that was our first theme. We're talking about several themes. We'll take another 15 to 20 odd photos, but it might be drags on location. So you might have Candy walking down Commercial Road the morning after.
That's nothing unusual, though. It's something unusual we want, Like
Tabatha in area.
Maybe Tabatha with the hippopotamus at Werribee Park, for example.
Lucy eating. I know you didn't want anything to do with it. I'm only joking, Lucy, please.
So how many pictures did you have up altogether?
We had, I think, at the end of the day, we had 23. One person actually couldn't attend the photo shoot. It was a very tight time frame. And we had 23. And each year when we do the exhibition, what we are hoping to do is we're going to choose 2, maybe 3 people to come up into the Legends category.
Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame.
But as you said, it's very hard to choose who is a legend. I mean, there's some great forms that we didn't photograph, but they weren't available at the time that we were photographing. So it all comes down to who's available and who's not. But
and it's not like a legend thing as in a big wanker like you're just so great and divine.
I think it's people, it's all these performers that really do well in the community. I mean, there's some older photos there. There's people like Wanda Jackson, who don't see very often anymore, who's a legend in her own right. I mean, she performed way back in the days with Sammy Lee and Lay Girls,
The first Lay Girls in Melbourne.
Renee Scott, who's looking absolutely stunning. I mean, she was, in Kerry Lagore, some of the really good performers who have been around for years.
And a lot of young queens don't know who they are.
Yeah. Then you've got people like Miss Jane there, you see, she's got her arm up in the air there. So you've got the younger drag queens back with the old.
But it's good because a lot of the young queens don't know a lot about... Sue and I, because we get to work with them or we see them, so we'll talk to them, but they're just so interesting to speak to, and the stories they tell are just fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, the young guys come in and they say, they know Tabatha and they know Sue and they know these young... They don't know these older performers.
So did the models have much to say in terms of the execution of the photos? Did they say, this is what I want to do? Or?
No, actually, it's actually quite interesting because they all arrived with, 15 or 16 suitcases full of... so it was a long exhibition. I think Tara Wells took about 2.5 hours to get ready. And all nothing. So I don't know why it took us that long. But I mean, it was really good. I think everybody really took it, professionally. It was great. And we just said, stand there and take photos.
But if we didn't want to do something, that wouldn't make you wear black hair, because I'm naturally blonde and they'll only wear blonde.
And when they heard that Tabby wanted to do a topless photo, all the girls followed suit.
But was there any...
lovely breasts.
Did we get any... bitchiness, not that drag queens can be bitchy or anything, over who got prime position or prime photo shoot or...
No, there was nothing as the prime photo shoot. Everybody was photographed in time slots. I hasn't come to a time slot, but those that missed out were actually quite annoyed. But I mean, a lot of those because they didn't want to be involved in the first time, but now they want to be involved in the
one step out. That's always the way. Okay, darling. What I forgot to do also in the first time, just to give you a bit of a break and give all the drag queens at home a chance to calm down if they were involved. For the Werribee Zoo, if you'd like more information, you can call them at 9742 7933 and ask to speak to my gorgeous friend Tim. Lovely. Sue, we're going to have some news information, sweetheart, so over to Sue at the
okay, I'm not going to dingling this time, but I do have my first bit of news. You've got a really big gap in your hair, though.
You both have, and you haven't told me now.
Well, I saw you in the first. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to intrude.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Because I'll snot her. I'll show you prisoner soon. I'll show you prisoner. You get on with it.
Sorry, back to the news. I do have a very big news flash.
Wait, before you do go on, Sue. Push some of that foundation to that crack that's formed in her forehead. And the camera has actually put on 20 pounds for you today. On with the news, Sue.
Which one am I looking in?
That one.
That one over here? Okay. Midsummer has just announced that they're now going to have a midwinter festival, which is fantastic.
Oh, great.
Which is going to become a yearly event. So the details will be released very soon, so keep watching for details on that one. Apart from that, I haven't got much news at all. But, well, I do my
Give the
squeals.
number again, because of course Troy mentioned before you can go into that competition for rambling on if you give information.
Absolutely. Okay, well,
Chewing the fat.
Chewing the fat. No, you don't want that one?
And so that was Sue and Frank. Put your hands together for 2 weeks. It's great on the news there. Such a new call, boys. Woo! Yes. Oh my God, darling. Ricky on the end. Have you got any drag questions you'd like to ask the boys about, you know? You can get all sorts of things at your shop, can't you? Glitter outfits, wigs, boas.
Fake breasts, hips, fake bums, anything you want.
Do you have to be a drag queen, or can you just go?
No.
Actually, a lot of our clientele are just people walking off the street. They're everyday people. It's colourful, it's bright, lots of feathers, very camp.
Do people ever walk in and sort of look around and go, oh, and run out again?
We've had some ladies with little children walk past the front of the shop, and the children have gone to walk in, they've seen all the colour, the feathers, and they love it. And it's, oh, don't go in there, they're naughty boys in there.
It's like the fairy shop on crack or something. Oh my God! There's Tabatha at the back telling stories, and then
Oh.
Sorry, Ricky, you ever, do you like to get dressed up every now and then?
Me? No.
Perhaps you might like to have a news story for us, sweetheart.
Yeah, it's got teenager from Queensland. He used a plastic gun to rob a bakery for a pie.
Oh, did he get away with it?
Nah, 15 minutes later, around the corner, got caught by police.
Did you have to give the pie back, or did you eat it?
He's probably eaten it and then got bits hanging off his chin and then
Do
got
they
caught.
call mandatory sentencing in Queensland?
Mandatory sentencing.
They probably do.
But a plastic gun, come on.
But I reckon, if you're behind a counter and you're busy, someone sticks a gun at you, choo. Oh, I'd probably give them whatever they want.
$1 for a pie. Peter, have you got a story, sweetheart?
Yeah, I've got a... I don't know if you heard about this rower, an epileptic rower who wanted to be the first epileptic to cross the Pacific Ocean in a rowboat. Someone's waving at me.
Well, let's if you... Oh, no.
Which is a kind of strange thing, I suppose, not many epileptics go and row on the boat. But anyway, he was halfway through and he got to the Mexican coast and started going the wrong way. So he had to turn, the US Coast Guard had to come and say, you're going the wrong way. And he had to go back.
Lightning or anything.
Well, it might have helped him.
I've actually got this, a bit of an interesting story for all you smokers out there. There's a new warning, because they've decided that the warnings that are on there aren't sort of getting the effect anymore. So this will probably be one of the new ones you'll see on your cigarettes. Smoking causes impotence.
Well,
so that's their new cause.
I can tell you 100% that is just fraud crap.
Well,
What is it?
This is what they're saying, that it's causing impotence. So I suggest that all you smokers out there, maybe you better stop, otherwise it's going to be impotence.
No. Wait, but aren't there more female smokers than male smokers?
Exactly, and if women can't get it up, well, I don't think it's really going to matter.
Like, who cares?
That's lovely.
Like, I don't listen and go, who cares?
Do you want to read out that number very quickly so they can bring us up rambling on?
Oh, well, if you want to
Chewing the fat.
I'd like to send any mail, like love letters to Tabatha and myself.
Now you're a single woman.
I am looking for a husband. Please send your letters to Squeal, care of Bent TV, PO Box 2248, Paran 3181. Thank you very much,
That was done so
Tabby.
beautifully. I'd like to thank the boys coming in, Brett and Rick. It's my world, Gertrude Street in Fitzroy. All your drag requirements are in there. Wigs, nail glue, eyelashes, the sort of things that I luckily don't need. Just a pinch of the cheeks, a bit of mascara, a bit of lip gloss, I'm out the door. So, of course, you might want to go there to get some putty filler and stuff in your face. And all the other girls out there, they've got cement mix there, so you will be fine.
It should be bringing you wigs soon.
Do you have breast tightener for like...
Breast tightener?
We have it, we call it sticky tape.
Oh. No, we're going to have a short break now. We might have a quick look at the photos as we're going out. So, good night. God bless. And there is life in the word. Thank you to the panel. Thanks to all of our guests tonight. Put your hands together for them. We're leaving you now.
Have a good night.
You can see me and Sue where you normally see me and Sue. In the gutter. Bye.
What did you tell them? Video came and broke your heart. And now we're meeting in a band studio. We have the playback and the seems to let it go. And you remember the ticket
This program is proudly sponsored by DT's Hotel, where every colour of the rainbow drinks, corner of Hyatt and Church Streets, Richmond.